Okay, I am getting ready to head out for the afternoon. I'm gonna take a bike ride. My back and my knee are a little bit better. I'll go to a little ways and see how it feels. If it's hurting me, I'll turn around and come back. I need wire. I don't need wire that bad, but I need wire, so I might just get it. And I do need thermostat wire. That's a really bad place for that thermostat, so it needs to be moved. It's the thermometer up there says 70 degrees, and that thing was almost off all night, and it ran constantly. So it didn't run constantly, but it ran a lot. So the thermostat needs moved. Been listening to what's going on in the world, and these Democrats are just making me want to puke. One accusation or another after another. Anyhow, I'm going to go for a ride. I probably shouldn't have got TV, huh? But that's the reason we build these places like this, because we know what's going to happen. Let's see. I have to move that other bike. Oh, there goes the bunny rabbit. Haven't seen him out this close during the day. He took my corn cobs that I threw out here. Somebody did. That's a pretty big bunny rabbit. Future lunch. There goes a bird. I hear a rumble out here, quite a bit, quite a lot. I don't know what it is. It's just a rumbling sound. Or a buzz, maybe. Might be a buzz. I'm deaf. I've got like 80% of my hearing gone, and I can still hear it. I don't know what it is. I was looking at some maps. I know everybody thinks it's a conspiracy theory and stuff. It probably is, but the maps of these so-called secret underground government tunnels go right under this. But I haven't seen any ducks or anything like that in this area. But the ducks are visible in Carrizozo. You can see them if they're real. But anyhow, I'm gonna get my ass in gear. 70 degrees outside too. How about that? This thing's really cool. Electronic fly swatter. If you hit them, they just kind of go boom, and they're gone. It's fun. I accidentally left the door open for a little while last night, and there's all kinds of moths in here. And I just hold that thing up next to one of the lights and go pop, 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 pop. It's pretty cool. And then they were all gone. And then all my fun was gone. But I'm going to head out and turn this stuff off. I have to do my hair, see. But where's the remote to turn that stuff off? Zap, and it's off. Bye-bye, President Bush. You know, you're supposed to call presidents even after they're not president anymore. Obama, I'm going to call him just liar and thief. So, anyhow, I'm going to head out. You all have fun. This is an interesting place. I've been here once or twice before. R.L. Shorty Lee gravesite. Cowboy killed by lightning in 1907. I've heard a couple of stories about this. I don't know what's true and what's not. The first known cowboy to get killed by lightning on his horse. And I believe his horse is buried here too. It is pretty awesome. A couple of flags up there that are just totally wore out. This is a place that not a lot of people stop at. There's a geocache right there. Do you see it? That's a geocache. And then there's the Ward Twin Boys, 1930. There might be more here too. It's a pretty big little spot. Big little, yeah. Good English. But I just thought I'd stop and take a real quick video of this. It's awesome, awesome, awesome. Back on the road. I tell you what, it's one nice thing I just love about it down here is there ain't no traffic. Very, very little traffic. And it's raining. Don't want the rain, really. No big deal. But back on the road. Thought I'd stop at the Alien Egg. This one landed about 50 years ago. They're using the Pistachio Tree Ranch as a cover. But this alien egg is due to hatch within the next 10 years. So you might want to be careful when you come down. Watch for any new cracks. That's the hint. But that's the giant pistachio, fake pistachio alien egg. So it's going to be scary when that one hatches. We just pulled over for a little break, enjoy the scenery some. And a little bit more traffic than there was a while ago. This is why I like it out here. It's really, really, really pretty. You can see forever. I was thinking about the giant ant situation. With the giant ants, the 1950s, the federal government made documentary films about the mutant creatures around the Trinity site. Trinity site's over there somewhere. Well, giant ants were one of the mutant creatures. So, they're giant radioactive man-eating ants. And it's a pretty good documentary. I remember it was pretty spooky. Now they call it science fiction, but it's not. It's a documentary. Anyhow, you figure out, those things were huge. They towering about 8-10 feet tall. And that's a pretty good size. Well, it takes approximately 150 to 200 regular ants. By regular ants, like carpenter ants and the little black ants and stuff like that. They can't use those harvester ants or red ants because they have poisons in them. But the giant ants were carpenter ants. It takes 150 to 200 regular-sized ants to make one tablet of antacid. Think of how many antacid tablets they could have made out of one giant ant. That's a lot. That's a huge, they could have saved the lives of millions of ants just by using one giant ant. It's just dumb. You know, back then, you know, the pharmaceutical companies didn't have their hands in the pockets or whatever. You know, they weren't handing out cash to politicians like they are today. You know, every politician's got his hands in the back of a pocket of a pharmaceutical company somewhere. So anyhow, it takes about 150 to 200 regular size ants to make a single tablet of antacid. In America, we use billions of antacid tablets every single year. Think of the millions of ants, the lives that they could have saved if they had used the giant ants instead of regular ants. You know, they should be harvesting them. They're still out there at the Trinity site. That's why they only have tours twice a year. They have to make sure that they're hibernating before they can let anybody out there. You know, if they didn't do that, then everybody would get ate. You don't want that to happen. But anyhow, it might be a pretty interesting thing since, you know, your congressmen and senators are making millions off the pharmaceutical companies anyhow, maybe if we petition our politicians to start using the giant ants instead of, well, this guy's truck sounds like shit. It's got a tire out of balance. Anyhow, if we petition politicians to start using the giant ants, it might solve a problem out there at the Trinity site rather than using regular ants. I don't really know if it's a problem or not. They could be using them for something else. You know, maybe it's hard telling what they could be using them for. It's the military. You know, they could be doing anything. But anyhow, I thought I'd bring that up. It takes a lot of ants have you ever wondered, though, you know, how many ants it takes to create one tablet of antacid? The answer is 150 to 200. So anyhow, I'm going to let you go. I'll be back later on. I'm back at the house. I decided to work on molding for the bathroom door, get it up and working. It's not too hard. Done this before. So that'll make the door so that it will slide in and out easier and not get hung up. And that's what the goal is here. So back to it. Okay, I got the molding done around the door. I got a little gap right there, not too bad. It closes up nice and tight. See if I can get out of here. It pushes back pretty easy. It's not catching on anything. So now I have to be creative and make a doorknob. Oh boy. Okay, this door is done. What I did for a doorknob is I had these fossils out of my sharp sticks box. Just drilled a small hole and I put a dab of super glue on it right there. Just kind of hold it in place and keep the wood from splitting and stuff. And you got a doorknob. Okay, there is another piece. I'll have to take this all apart over here. But there's another piece that goes down on the floor. I'll put that in tomorrow, maybe tonight, and fix it so that that's all the further that door closes. But you got a doorknob. Yay, it works too. fossil rocks. I don't even know where I got them. Pretty cool. Okay, I'm going to clean up my mess. If you look outside here, we might get a little rain. So I think maybe I should clean up my outside mess first. I've got stuff down there that needs to be put away. So it's looking good. Other than the rain. Nobody wants the rain. Well, we do need the rain. I can't say that. So that's in good shape. That's pretty cool. Door is done. Now I've got the stuff out there. I could do that too, to do a lot of the trim on the inside. Uh-oh, I just saw something I'm going to have to fix. Darn it. There's a piece of metal that I have that goes over this. I have to take this off and put that on over the metal. The same with this side. Well, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. This stuff is really, really, really sharp. I've been cut 2 or 3 times on it. And I don't want it sticking out there where other people can get cut. I guess I could probably use a piece of wood trim all the way around. It would be, might fit better. But anyhow, that's where I'm at. It looks pretty good. Other than that, so but I need to get all that sealed up around the top. I have most of the stuff to do that, and up the sides, especially that corner. It's pretty wide. So off we go.